Assalamu alaikum. In today's class, we are going to discuss about your first chapter in physics, that is physical quantities and measurement. Now, before getting to the detail, we have to learn that what is physical quantity. A quantity that we can measure is called physical quantity. For example, we can say that area, volume, time, temperature, mass, speed, all these are physical quantities. Why? Because we can measure these quantities. Now, the process by which we measure a physical quantity is known as measurement. Now, measurement has two parts. One is a number and another is a unit. Now, if we say that the length of this room is 5 meter, here I am taking the measurement 5 meter. So here 5 is the number and meter is the unit. Today we will learn about how to measure the quantities like area, volume, speed, density, etc. Nowadays we know that we are used to eat packaged food or used to drink packaged food, but if you ever went to buy milk at a dairy, you might have seen this kind of containers. This kind of containers which is used to measure required volume of milk. Now here comes a question, what is volume? Volume is the amount of space occupied by an object. Okay, so if we say that what is the volume of this object, like this book, if we place it here, how much space it is occupying? This is its volume. Now we can measure the volume by the length. This is the length, this is the height, and this is the width. So we can measure the volume of this book by multiplying length into height into breadth. Now, if we compare the volume of these two things, we can easily see that the volume of this book is higher. Why? Because this is occupying more space. So from here we can say that greater the space occupied, greater the volume. Now, what we are learning today is all basically are like latest updates or latest version of anything. Likewise, we previously used CGS systems, but for now we follow standard international units, that is SI unit, as its credibility worldwide. So the SI unit of volume is meter cube. Okay, so if the volume is very low, we can measure the volume by some multiples of this meter cube, like decimeter cube, centimeter cube, etc. Okay, and we all know that we measure the volume of liquid substances by the unit like liter, milliliter. So let's see what are the relationship between these units. Let's find out. So I am taking here 1 meter cube, the standardized unit. So we can write it like 1 meter into 1 meter into 1 meter. Now we know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So here also 100 centimeter, 100 centimeter. Now if we multiply this, we will get here 6 zeros are present. 3, 4, 5, 6 centimeter cube. So this is 10 lakh centimeter cube. So we found it 1 meter cube is equal to 10 lakh centimeter cube. Now keep this in mind that volume of 1 centimeter cube will hold 1 milliliter of any liquid. Okay, so now we can write it like 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliter. 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliter. If 1 milliliter is equal to 1 centimeter cube, so 1000 milliliter is equal to 1000 centimeter cube. Clear? Now we know that 1 centimeter is equal to 1 divided by 100 meter. Okay, so 1000 centimeter cube will be 1000 divided by, we have to take the meter in cubic form, 100 into 100 into 100 meter cube. So if we solve this, we will get 0.001 meter cube. So we got this 1 liter is equal to 0.001 meter cube. Okay, now if 0.001 meter cube is equal to 1 liter, so 1 meter cube is equal to 1 divided by 0.001 liter. If we want to put this point out, so 1 divided by 0.001, we have to multiply it with 1000 liters. So this will be 1000 liter. So we got this 1 meter cube is equal to 1000 liter. This was all about this. Now we will learn how to measure the volume of liquid. We know that liquids are not compactly packed, they are loosely packed substances, so they do not have any fixed shape. Now they take the shape of the container in which they are kept in. So what are the different, we measure that volume of liquid by different shapes and sizes of containers. Now what are the those different shapes and sizes of containers? Let's see. See, these all are glass jars. Okay, these all are containers which is used to measure liquid substances. Now the first one is, see, all are marked in ml from bottom to top. Now the first one is used to measure chemicals. Okay, the second one is used to measure medicine, liquid medicines. Third one is for petrol, diesel, kerosene, etc. Fourth one is, we all know that, for milk. And see, this one, these two are used in laboratories. Okay, the first one is burette. This burette is a long tube with a stopcock at one end, which can be used to deliver required amount or required volume of liquid in transition, like first 10 ml or 20 ml. Okay, and the second one is pipette. This pipette is used to take fixed amount of volume. Okay, we have to place our mouth here and we have to suck the required volume of liquid from this through this tube. Okay, now how to measure the volume of solid? We know that solid have fixed shape. So there are two types of solid. One is irregular shaped solid and another is regular shaped solid. For example, we can say that this book is regular shaped solid. Why? Because all the faces of this book have a definite shape. Okay, so this is regular shaped solid. See, here a box is given in your book. These all are regular shaped solids and these are the formulas by which we can measure the volume of that solid. For cube, see, a cube. For cuboid, length into breadth into height. For sphere, 4 by 3 pi r cube. For cylinder, pi r square h. For cone, 1 by 3 pi r square h. All these formulas we have to keep in mind so that when we solve the numericals, this will help us. Okay. Now, how to measure an irregular shaped solid, like a piece of stone? Okay. How will we measure the volume of irregular shaped solid? See here, we will take a container. It is marked in ml from bottom to top. Okay. Now we will pour water into it. So this was the initial. This is the initial volume of water. Okay. This is V1 ml. Now we will gradually dissolve the irregular solid into the water. We have to be careful here because we should keep it in eye that this irregular solid should not touch anywhere in the container. Okay, and this should be completely immersed in the water. So the final volume of water we will get is V2 ml. Okay. Now from here we can easily get the volume of the irregular object, like from subtracting V1 to V2. From V2 minus V1 we will get the volume of the irregular solid. Okay. Now the next thing is area. How to measure area? We know that area is the measure of region inside a closed line. Okay. So area, what is the SI unit of area? The SI unit of area is meter square. SI unit of area is meter square. Okay. Now, if we want to measure larger or bigger areas, we have to take bigger units like acre, hectare, kilometer square. Now, there are two types of areas as well, like regular shaped areas, like this area, this classroom. Okay, regular shaped area, or irregular shaped area, like area of a leaf. So just see how to find the area of regular shape. See, these all are regular shaped areas. For square, the formula is a square. For rectangle, formula is length into breadth. For circle, pi r square. For triangle, 1 by 2 base into height. Okay. Now, if we have to find out the area of an irregular thing. Okay. So, we have to take a graph paper first, and then we will put the leaf over the graph paper, and we will take the outline of the leaf. Okay. Now after that we will find the complete boxes it is covering, and after that the incomplete boxes. Now just see this formula. After counting all those boxes, see the formula. The area of the leaf is equal to 1 into number of complete squares plus half into number of half squares or more than half squares. The unit should be centimeter square, because a graph paper has 1 centimeter square each, and which of it is still consists of smaller squares side of 1 millimeter each. Okay. Now next is density. So what is density? Density is the mass per unit volume of any object. Like density is equal to mass per unit volume. This is the formula of density. By this formula, we can find out density of any regular shaped object. Okay. So now if any object is irregular shaped, how can you find out the density of that subject? Like if we take the piece of stone, okay, we have to cut a regular shape from here, then we will calculate mass and volume, then we will put it into this formula. So from here we can get the density of any irregular object. Now next comes speed. What is speed? Often we say that this car is going very slow, this car's speed is very slow. Often we say that this car is running very fast, so the car's speed is very fast. What is speed? Speed is the distance covered by any moving object in per unit time. So formula of speed is equal to distance travel divided by time taken. How much distance it is traveling in how much time. Okay. So if we say that any moving object is traveling s distance in time t, so the speed will be, which is denoted by small v, s by t, where s is the distance and t is the time. For another example, if we say that a car is covering 100 km distance in 5 hours, so the speed will be 100 divided by, what I said, 5 hours. 100 km, 5 hours. So the speed of the car will be 20 km per hour. Okay. Now SI unit of distance is meter and the SI unit of time is second. So the SI unit of speed will be meter per second. Okay. Now there are two instruments which are very crucial in case of speed. One is speedometer and another is odometer. First one, speedometer. Speedometer helps to find out the speed of any moving object. And the next, odometer. Odometer helps to find out the distance traveled by the moving object. Okay. Now this was all about your physical quantities and measurement. Now let's just move on to your exercise. See, number A, choose the correct option. 1 answer is D. 2 B, 3 D, 4 C, 5 C, 6 C, 7 B, 8 B. Now the next B, fill in the blanks. Number 1, capacity. Number 2, meter square. Number 3, mode. Number 4, upward or convex. Number 5, laboratories. Number 6, speed. 7, kilogram per meter cube. 8, odometer. Now C, true and false. Number 1, false. 2, true. 3, true. 4, true. 5, true. 6, false. 7, false. 8, true. D, match the following. Match number 1 with D, 2 with C, 3 A, 4 B. Now next one is arrange the following. We have to keep the least speed at first. Okay, so if we calculate this, number 2 will be least. Okay, and the next one will be number 3 B, and the first one number C. This is number F. Okay, subjective type questions. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10.